Check out some of my favorite cars from this month's Cars and Coffee in southeastern Pennsylvania. And of course I had to roll up in my dirty little Fiat, and it's always fun to see another Abarth in the crowd. This W140 chassis S600 was sublime. It looks so sinister and black on the Brabus wheels, and how could you hate a V12 luxury barge? I spoke to the owner of this Turbo Daytona, and it turns out it's got over 170,000 miles. These Chrysler turbo cars do not get the respect that they deserve. It wouldn't be a Cars and Coffee without a Mark IV Supra in drag racing drag. I'm a sucker for Subaru toasters, and this Forester XT sat just right. I love seeing this Aston Martin V8 Vantage. They look great, and I believe they had a 5.3 liter V8 making around 300 horsepower. This 57 Dodge Custom Royal was gorgeous, and it had some very ornate exhaust tips. How can you not love Dodge Vipers? The blue and white coupe had a really tasteful chop to it. Take a listen. I vote yes to Safari builds, especially when they come out of the Lamborghini factory. This Storado rocks. The Rolls-Royce Spectre was a sight to behold. This EV really commands your attention like no other. Check out these taillights, they're really crazy cool. Yeah, modern supercars are sweet, but I find myself really drawn to the early 2000s stuff. And on that note, how about our Murcielago Roadster? This guy shows up to a ton of these shows, but I always love seeing it. And what's not to love about a Di Tommaso Pantera and its Ford 351 V8? EV Aventadors. Remember these for later. I was shocked, no pun intended, to see a Revuelto standing in front of me. It's hard to believe that Lambo still makes a V12, albeit with hybrid assist. And this car was really long, much bigger than it looked in pictures. Speaking of big, how about this Lotus Electre? I believe Lotus's suite of EVs are all built in China with the exception of the Emira sports car. The Ineos Grenadier. They were allowing folks to sit inside of this British brute. The best feature is its soft horn called the toot horn. This rig is another one you can count on at each show. This GMC has a modern power plant to tote around this Buick lead sled. Before there was the TRX, there was the Ram SRT10, which is my favorite super truck. This one even has the Tremec 6-speed. I think it might still hold the record of the fastest pickup truck. I want to say it was a 154 mile an hour run. Is it just me, or have Gallardos really aged so well? I like them a lot better than the Huracan. This Aston Martin Vantage F1 edition was pretty cool, and that twin-turbo 4-liter V8 had a nice rumble to it as well. The BMW Z1 has got to be most well known for its doors that drop into the sides. Check these out. The Buick Grand National is one of the best cars to come out of the USA in the 1980s, and it's certainly my favorite of the G-bodies. It may not surprise you to know that I've always had a soft spot for these Fiat Spiders. Supercars are cool, but K-trucks get more attention. In the late 1980s, Nissan came out with a trio of limited edition retro-styled cars. The Nissan POW was one of them. Pretty cool to see a late model Evora parked next to its replacement, the Emira. I like it much better than the Electra SUV. Ah, look, another 500 Abarth. I spoke to the owner and it's a lovely little car. He's got big plans for it. Do you hear that rumble in the distance? It's an LS-powered S14. I wish I found this Pinto's owner. Its wheels lead me to believe there might be something more going on under the hood. This Pontiac Grand Prix is proof that a low ride height can make such a difference in attitude. This was such a cool little surprise to see. Alright, this is my favorite car of the show. This Camaro fulfills all of my 2007 Transformers fantasies. It's got a 5-speed manual bolted to a small block Chevy with that incredibly large blower on top. The owner bought this car when he was about 14, and it just oozes character and looks just plain angry. Makes a great noise too. You should have seen the crowd of people run over to it. These Volvo 122s are simple, clean little cars that you just don't see too much. Oh man, this 66 Cadillac DeVille had me craving some gabagool. Even though the R35 has been around forever, I still love seeing them, and this Nismo edition was a real treat with all its carbon fiber and titanium exhaust. Remember those Aventadors from earlier? The purple one specifically. Take a listen. Any day you see a gated manual Ferrari is a good day. This 550 was sweet. This 456 is a rad car, and I think it's a little bit forgotten as well. I bet this would be perfect for cruising cross country. Side pipes. This Lexus ISF looked proper with its massive rear wing. There were a ton of these Honda Moto Compactos riding around the show today. I totally dig them. This Mark IV Supra was wearing a nice shade of turquoise that I don't think I've ever seen before. Man, I'm a sucker for these 94 to 96 Impala SS's. They're super sinister, just like the Grand National of the 80s. Well, apart from the Fiats being in close proximity, that's all I've got for you. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment if you own one of these cars.